This is Vortex back with the review of the Blon BL-03 or BL-03. Apart from this crappy Chinglish music and drums, these are very, very good, which I'll get to in a bit. So let's start off with cable. Here's the cable. It's okay. This is the version without the microphone. It's a bit tangly, it can be a little bit stiff, but it's okay. But some people, including myself, have issues with the this is actually quite stiff. So on my right here, sometimes this would actually pop out my ear. It actually physically like move out my ear. So I'd recommend for people who have that problem, this may or may not affect you, is use something like this. This is a nice HCK 8-core cable, 2-pin, 0.78, and this cable is 0.78, so they're a straight fit. There's also a UNU cable, which is pretty good as well. So that's the cable. It's okay. So you may or may not need to swap the cable. And two, I'm getting on the negatives out of the way first, is a nozzle length. So see, that nozzle is actually quite short. When I first got these, I was quite disappointed with the stock tips. Two of these come fitted as standard, and these are very shallow. And they kept popping out my ears. I was thinking, what a waste of money. But as soon as you fit a longer tip, it's game changer. These also, before I even get to the sound, these are alleged to share the same driver as the Tanchjim Oxygen, and they're over $200. So before I get to the sound, so 2-pin, obviously over-ear design. This is the right one, so it'd fit like that. Longer tip needed. May or may not need a different cable. These are very small. I don't know if you can see like on the video, but these are very small. Also in the packaging, if you haven't seen my unbox, you also get this bag. I don't know if that's useful or not to you. It's like a sandbag material. You get 2 sets of tips. I'm currently using these tips because they seem a little bit stiffer, and they seem to be a little bit longer, so these fit my ears well. So I'm using 2 of those medium tips, and 2 of these was fitted, which I'm not really keen on them. They may work good for you or for different earphones, but that's what they come with, and they come with, the cable. Right angle connector, which is what I prefer. Blon, strain relief. No chin splitter, if that really matters to you. Good strain reliefs everywhere. No metal on here, but this is quite stiff, so this may or may not help you. See, also it covers the earphone, so this is the right one. Oops. And that's it. See, it's kind of, come on, get in there. There we go. So you can see already from the shape, it should be more there, but yeah, fingerprint magnet. This is the blingy chrome version. So let's get to the sound. A few people have got these, have said they sound great, and yeah, there's a little bit of hype coming for these, and they deserve it. These, for single dynamic, they sound great. These sound way more expensive than they are. If the Tanchjim, which shares the same driver as this, that's $200, and these are like 35-ish. Yeah, these things sound great. No filters or nothing, just that's it. You get what you pay for. And what's the best way to describe the sound? They're very musical. They're very coherent, is probably the best way to describe it. Normally I use hybrids like the KZs and the CCAs. They've got nothing on this, because all them BAs trying to like battle each other. When you use one single full range dynamic driver, are competent at that. This is a carbon nanotube dynamic, which is the same as the Semkarch CNT1, which I also have here. Yeah, this will be the next review, by the way. When these came out, I think there was $90-ish. Same technology, they're both carbon nanotube dynamics, but this one is an MMCX, which is what I'm not really that keen on. That sounds great as well, but that's the next review. Yeah, these sound alive. I don't know what the best way to describe it. Bass, mids, treble, it's all there. Probably a little bit of warmth to the bass. These can be bass monsters if you really want to. They got the mid-range is great, treble's great. The treble doesn't get, to my ears, doesn't get sibilant. They're quite easy to power. I had no issues at all with the power. And I tried these with a few devices. I've got the Shanling M0, which is my main portable player. It's got a low output impedance of 0.1 something, which is, so it should work great with all IMs. I've used it with my SMSL idea, which is a USB amp DAC I use in my laptop. Sounds great. Used it with this, which I reviewed, the DAC audio one. Sounds good. And I've used it with my Mayflower Arc amp DAC unit, which is the desktop unit. Sounds great with everything I pull in. Bonds. So yeah, I think there's only one vent, which seems to be obviously on the inner part, unless the air can come in that gap. There's no different sound. Comfort was really, because it's such a small shape, the comfort's great. Like I said before, the cable may or may not affect you. You know, everybody's ears are different. Soundstage was average to good, I'd say. Imaging's pretty good, but they're just so. If you buy these, you won't regret these. These are going to be one of the best purchases I've bought for quite a while, along with the CNT1 with the filters. They are great as well. But luckily these are still being made and they aren't, which is a shame, but I'll talk about that in that review, which should be next. So I recommend these. Here's it with the filter, with a nozzle on. This is the medium tip. This should be the left. Yeah. Oh. So yeah, very musical, coherent, not fussy with your source. Apart from the crappy, writing on the package, they're on to a winner with these. I recommend these a lot. And yeah, I'm out. And I'll be back with the review of the Semkarch CNT1, which can sound kind of similar to this if you use one of the filters, but I'll talk about that in that video. So I'm out, and thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Catch you later.